What's up everyone, Chris Record here and welcome to another AI Academy session. Today, we're gonna continue diving into Midjourney. And so this is part 2 of our Midjourney mastery session, right? The idea here is how to be able to go from beginner to intermediate to pro with Midjourney. We felt like 2 sessions on Midjourney would be well worth it. I am super excited to dive into this session with everybody today. And as you noticed, I got a different backdrop. I'm in the massage chair today. It's because I kind of got a hurt neck a little bit today. And I've also got a little bit of a cough because I do just multiple hours of speaking every single day. And so there's no way to, every once in a while you're gonna get a cough when you speak this much or your voice goes out. So what I'm gonna do is today I'm gonna share my screen and I'll kind of give you an overview real quick of what we're gonna cover. We're gonna cover all the different types of graphics you can design with Midjourney. We're gonna cover as many as possible for at least a full hour right now. We're gonna dive in and I'll also show how they work together with Canva. Now, you don't have to use Canva, but AI art, as of today, as of November 6, 2023, AI art is still kind of figuring it out with text. There are tools like DALL-E and other tools out there I've been playing with for text, but it's still, I find that the easiest thing to do is Midjourney and Canva. The two together, those two tools together, pretty much give you everything that you need. Or Midjourney and CapCut. If it's video, I go Midjourney, CapCut. If it's image, I go Midjourney, Canva. That is my process. It works incredibly well. So today's gonna be a little bit more laid back. I'm gonna try to conserve my voice a little bit. We're gonna dive in for about an hour into Midjourney. I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna have some fun. So with that being said, enough talk. Let's just dive right in. So Midjourney essentially gives you this screen, right? When you first start Midjourney, you go into Midjourney's server and you get these newbie rooms like newbie 37, newbie 7, and everybody's creating all these things. Now we talked about creating a private server in the past episode. We're gonna create a server because I'm gonna show you some things you could do. So create server, create my own for me and my friends, and let's name this Atlas 2. Okay, so we're gonna create a server. Now we're inside of our own server. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to Midjourney and we're gonna click on Midjourney bot and we're gonna add app and we're gonna go ahead and add the bot to Atlas 2, continue and authorize. I am human, go to Atlas 2. So when I'm not training, that's how fast it is, you guys. I literally just did it that fast. I already trained how to do it, so we don't need to do it. So now I've got a server in here, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete the voice channel and delete both of those, and we're gonna leave this. Okay, now the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create some categories on the left for different topics of things that I wanna do. This is gonna keep all my stuff organized, right? So you can create a channel and categories. So let's go ahead and create a channel and let's call this channel, let's call this social media. So I've got a channel called social media right there, right? So now I have a channel up here called social media. Let's create a category. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna change this around. I'm gonna make the category social media, and inside of the category, I'm gonna create a couple channels. So instead of the main social media one, I'm gonna do it like this way. We're gonna do Facebook, create, click again. We're gonna do TikTok, create, click again. We're gonna do YouTube, create, click again. And we're gonna do Instagram, create. And then we can make another category. Let's call this category presentations, okay? And then we'll go over here and we'll go, slideshows, just like that. So essentially this is how, and let's delete this one because I decided to do it with the categories instead. Okay, so essentially you can kind of do stuff like this, right? And let's go down here and let's go create a category and let's do, let's say faceless as a category. And let's say inside of my faceless channel, let's say that I have, whatever my brands are. So let's say that I have a faceless one. Let's make up a few categories. Let's say that I've got a faceless account that is about motivation. Let's say I've got a faceless account that is about, let's say, what's another one? Let's say I have one about agency. I got one that's about agency stuff. Let's say I've got one that's more generic. Let's say that I have one about dogs. Okay, I've got a channel about dogs, whatever. So that's like whatever faceless channels you could have. And now let's actually make a whole category and subcategories for any one of these, like dogs. So let's go create a category, And let's call this one Dog Lovers. So this is my faceless brand, Dog Lovers. And let's do, you know, pit bulls. Okay, let's just do some dogs. And also I'm gonna just kind of freestyle a couple, but if you guys wanna go ahead and help me that are live, if you guys are live right now on chat, why don't you guys quickly throw in some breeds, some dog breeds of like your favorite. What are some dog breeds that you guys want me to include in right now, just as an example? Think of breeds of dogs, okay? And we'll just kind of have some fun with this. Okay, so let's go in and let's do some of these. So let's do beagles. Just keep them coming. I'm just glancing at the side. And let's do German shepherds. I might spell stuff wrong, by the way, because I'm just going live. Okay, let's do corgis. Keep going. Keep throwing them in. We're in real time right now. Let's do, what are some other good ones I'm seeing in here? Mastiffs. Okay, and let's do one more. Okay, let's do Pomeranians. Okay, so that's good for now, you guys. Okay, so this is an example of how you would organize a private server. And I just did this in minutes. It doesn't really take much time. It's pretty easy to do. And you could always watch the replay if you need to. But the idea is once you learn how easy it is to create a server and to be able to do this, it's this easy. Now, I called this server Atlas. But what I'm going to do, I just wanted to show you kind of how to organize everything. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to be able to go in here, and there's some settings you can mess with, right? Let's go ahead and name this server to Dog Lovers. Okay, let's name this server to Dog Lovers. You don't really need to have any information here. You don't really need to fill out, tell us a little bit about your server. You don't really need to unless you're actually getting people into the server. You don't really need to be able to do. Oh, sorry, I'm choosing a server. My bad. Server nickname, server this and that. Sorry, you guys, I clicked the wrong one. Let me go back. That's the problem about being live, right? What was it? Server settings. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Dog Lovers and save changes. I was like, where's the save? And I realized I was in the wrong section. Okay, so I just named it Dog Lovers. And now what I'm going to do for this example is I'm going to delete some stuff. And I'm going to clean this up. I wanted to show you how to be able to create it. So let me move this out of the way. Okay. I wanted to show you how to be able to create it just so you can kind of saw, right? So let's get I just wanted to show you, like, if you wanted to do stuff, we'll come back to those. And I guess what I'll do is I'll leave up this social media category though, just for, so we also have that in there. But if you had a faceless brand, or if you had a personal brand, or if you had a channel about anything, this is how you would organize it. You would basically create a server for that channel. Now, the first thing that we need is we need a picture for our dog lovers channel, right? So we need a picture for this. So the very first thing we'll do is we'll create a category here. We'll just create it called, we'll create a channel called General. Now, General is going to just be a channel where everything is, okay? General. This is just where everything is, right? Everything inside of here is going to just be inside of General. It's all going to be there. So in this example, let's imagine a circle logo, 3D, and let's do dog with its tongue out, happy, close up, and let's do yellow background, and then let's make the dimensions aspect ratio, let's say 1:1. And so the very first thing I usually do when I go inside of a server is I'll try to get like a picture, because a picture is going to be a little bit easier if you're going to have multiple servers for multiple different things. Just a simple picture is going to be a little bit easier for you to be able to do things with, right? So the first thing you could do is something like this, a circle logo. I'm just making these words up, by the way. This isn't like a copy paste thing. Just the circle logo. And all I'm looking for is, see how there's this little robot right here, this little yellow robot, whatever. All I'm looking for is something that kind of like I could easily kind of see what it is. And so here's the 4 images that it gave. And let's just choose, this first one looks like the most realistic, I think. We're going to go ahead and just choose that one. The other ones are all cool. They're all good. So we're going to upscale it. And by the way, you guys, I'm going to be moving a little bit faster in this episode because I want it to be more intermediate. Okay, so then we're going to save that image into downloads. Now we're going to go back up into server settings, and we're going to upload that image right there and apply it. So again, if I'm moving too fast, then just know you have the replay. That's the benefit of the replay. And so just like that, we've now saved that. And now we got a little dog up here. So now we have a server that looks really cool, and we've got dog lovers. And so now there's a lot of things that we can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new page. Now, first of all, your pages are all here. See all profiles. There's all these different pages that you can create. You can create as many different pages as you want. So you can kind of see you're going to have like all your different profiles and stuff like there. And you can switch between your last page that you're on. So for example, I'm on my personal profile. It'll always prompt you to switch. So if you only have like one page you mostly use, this is the quick little shortcut to be able to switch back and forth. Just like that, to be able to switch, right? And so now I'm in my billiards tricks and tips one, right? So if I wanted to switch back, it's just this easy. I just click this and then switch back. So it's a nice little way to be able to switch between pages, by the way. I just wanted to kind of show you that, right? And so let's create a page. If you didn't see, just went right here to page, okay? So let's create a page. Let's call this one Pitbull. Well, let's choose one of the other brands. So one of the other brands that we had was, brands, breeds, corgis, right? Okay, so here, before I create this, let me show you what I might do. I might do corgis. I might go to corgis and just kind of like look and see what people are doing. There's an ad. Here's some pages. Let's just look at the pages real quick. Corgis, Las Vegas corgis, corgis of USC, Las Vegas corgis. So it's showing me Las Vegas because I live in Las Vegas. Suburban corgis. This one's about a specific one. Kind of look. Circle heart corgis, corgis for you. I love corgis. Okay. So you can click on any one of these just real quick and get an example of a corgi page. Okay, so here I am looking at a corgi page, right? Just like this. You kind of see, okay, they're just posting pictures of corgis, nothing much here. It looks old. Somebody started a long time ago. So it looks like a page just kind of somebody started and abandoned. But let's just follow this same model really quick. So let's go back here, create a page, and let's do something similar. I love corgis, just like that. Category required, let's do, I don't know if corgi is going to come up. So let's do dog breeds, dog park, dog walker, pet supplies. Try to find one that animals and pets. Let's just choose animals and pets as the category. A page dedicated to the love of corgis. Okay, so we've got a page, right? Let's go ahead and create the page. Now you can create unlimited pages inside of Facebook, so this is just really, really simple. And now, finish setting up your page, add more information. Is it going to let me skip this? If not, yeah, it just lets me skip that. Customize your page. Okay, so these are the two pieces of art that we need. So in this case, we need a profile picture and we need cover art. So there's a few different ways to do this. One is we can just kind of eyeball the dimensions. So this looks like a 1x1, right? And this looks like maybe like a 3x2, right? That's pretty much the look. Maybe it's slightly off of a 3x2, but we're going to start with those. This is like 1x1, a square, and this is like 3x2 a little bit. So we're going to start with those. All right, so inside of Discord, this is where we're going to make those graphics, right? So inside of Discord, we're going to do a few things. The Facebook category up here under social media is where we can create like the Facebook cover photo and stuff like that. The corgis folder, the corgis channel, is where we're going to create some individual artwork related to corgis. So since this page is about I love corgis, let's go ahead and do imagine. And now, remember, we created a little circular photo here for the dog, right? The dog lovers photo. Let's do something similar, but for corgis. So imagine a circle logo, with a corgi dog with his tongue out, happy, smiling, with a blue background and glowing circle, AR, let's say 1 by 1. Okay, so we're creating, and if we don't like this, we'll do another one. But that's what we're doing. While something's loading, you could always be working on other things. Or if you feel like you're easily distracted, then you could just wait until it loads. However, I'm on fast mode, but once you use up your fast credits for the month, you're going to need to be on relaxed mode, in which case it's usually better to kind of go from things to things. Now, while this is loading, what I usually like to do is I usually like to grab and copy that, /imagine, and let's do another one, and let's do it with a yellow background, and let's do another one with an orange background, and let's do another one with a green background. So you can have a few going at the same time and have them all kind of queued up and loading, right? And so we'll kind of look at what this looks like. So again, when we're looking for a profile picture for the page, you know, it's up to you, but you're trying to look for something that would look good, small, and that would at least resemble a corgi a little bit, right? So right now, so far, I'm liking this one on the bottom left. This one I feels like a professional brand. I like that one so far the most. And now some of these are now becoming done. You can tell when they're done because they don't have 93% or anything like that. So now all these are done. Let's just take a glance at them. Same kind of thing. Here's some ones with the yellow background. And then we have ones with the orange background. And then we have ones with the green background. And so this kind of gives you examples of just the same thing and you're just changing one element. So let's go ahead and use that one that I saw first. So that's 1, 2, 3. That image on the bottom left would be upscale 3. And then once you upscale it, upscaling actually goes pretty fast. So just like that, it's already done. And let's save that image. Okay. And you could have titled it, whatever. I'm just moving fast. And now let's also do the same thing, but let's go over to Facebook and let's create a cover image. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and paste this, but we're going to change it. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the aspect ratio to 3 by 2. But let's change a lot. We don't want a circle logo. We want to do like a corgi dog, let's say, running in the park with his tongue out, happy, smiling, with a blue sunset and glowing streetlights or something like that. So let's try that one. And then same thing, we're going to do a few of these really quick. And if 3 by 2 doesn't work well for what we're doing, I'll show you what to do with that. So now let's do, let's say, a close-up of a corgi dog. But now let's add like hyper-realistic. And let's add cinematic, you know, something like that. And so you can kind of now take this and let's change one more thing. Let's do, instead of cinematic, let's do futuristic. Let's do like cyberpunk. Let's just have some fun with it, just to kind of show you the differences and stuff. But just to give you another example, you could do like watercolor, or you could do like in the style of Van Gogh. You know, you can really, remember, it's AI. And even though it says you've reached the maximum allowed, it says, don't worry, this job will soon as start as the other one finishes. So don't worry about, when it says job queued, that's not an error. You read it once and you're like, oh, it says don't worry. And then it just goes ahead and starts it, right? So let's take a look at some of these that are coming up. So right off the bat, I can see that 3 by 2 is not going to work. 3 by 2 is going to be too, it's not going to be good for a cover photo. So it's the wrong dimensions. What I should probably do is probably more like 5 by 2. But first, let's see. Like I could try 4 by 2, 5 by 2. But first, let's kind of see which style we kind of like. That one's still loading. Okay. You can kind of start to see the different styles, right? And these are all pretty playful. These are pretty fun. This is the cyberpunk one. So I told you that's just like a different style you can choose. This one's the watercolor one. And you can see the watercolor style. right? And then this one was in the style of Van Gogh. I don't think it really got the Van Gogh vibe, in my opinion. I don't know what happened. They're cool. But anyways, this is how easy it is. Okay, so now let's just kind of let's take one and play with it. So instead, let's just take the same one right here, a close up, and let's do a few of these with different dimensions, right? So instead of 3 by 2, let's do 5 by 2. And then let's do the same one and let's do 4 by 2. And let's do the same one and let's do 6 by 2. So that's just really how easy it is, right? You're just crunching out a bunch of images all at once. Now, another thing that would work, let's say that you have an image that you want to change the dimensions of, okay? Well, there's a few ways. Like let's say there's an image that you really like, it's just in the wrong dimensions. Let's say it's this one on the bottom right here, upscale 4 or whatever. Let's say it was this one is the one that you really liked for whatever reason, and we're going to let that one upscale. There it is. So what you could do is you could take this image right here and you could zoom out 2x. So by zooming out 2x, that's another way to be able to get this image to fit. So like regularly with art programs, you would have to crop it and do all this weird stuff. But zooming out, what it'll do is the AI will automatically fill around it, making the image bigger, allowing you to be able to crop it better. So see what it's doing is it's automatically continuing those blue lines. See what it did is it just extended that little blue going line. It figured that out. It created more of the city. So again, the first image right here was a little bit smaller, didn't really incorporate the city in the background. And as it starts to, 78% done, as it starts to create a zoomed out version, it's filling in. It's just doing a generative fill. It's filling in around that image. So if you ever have an image that instead of cropping it and making it look ugly, that's one of the benefits is that you can actually zoom out. So now this is what the zoom out looks like. And so now we can take any one of these. Let's upscale the 4th one just as an example. And I'm going to kind of show you what it's going to look like. So there we go. Let's grab this one and let's save the image as and download it. So again, this still is the wrong size, but when it's cropped in, it'll look good. Now we're going to add the profile picture and the cover photo. Okay. So this right here is going to be the cover photo. This is going to be the profile picture, right? So we're going to open the profile picture that we just created. There it is. And then we're going to take the cover photo that we just created right there. There it is. And now look what it looks like, right? So you can kind of see it cropped it just right as long as we got it big enough. And now that we know the photo is going to be in the center, let's take a look at some of these and see which one might look better. What image could we create out of all these that might look better with the dog off to the left? See, the dog is always centered. Does that make sense? Like, it's because it's centered, it's not going to be as visible. It's not going to look as good. And so there's a few different things we could do here. One is we could just simply zoom out more. Zooming out more, trying to look at all these images, and I'm trying to see one that might be good to zoom out on. These are what the other ones look like, just so you guys can see them. But if this one wasn't centered, I think it would work a lot better. So let's see if we can grab one real quick. Let's grab something simple. Let's grab let's grab this one, this upscale number 1. Okay, so watch what we're going to do here. This is going to be a fun little thing we're going to do. We're going to let this one load really quick. There it is. So let's grab this one. But now what we're going to do is we're going to zoom out 2 times. Okay, so you can zoom out 2 times. And then it's going to auto-fill that background. And then what we're going to do is we're going to zoom out again 2 times. So we're going to do a double zoom out. And also the cool thing is that Midjourney is going to keep the quality, right? So since Midjourney is going to keep the quality, it's going to be very easy for us to be able to make sure that it's not like you're in a post-editing program, the image becomes pixelated the more you start messing with it, zooming in, zooming out, and stuff like that. But Midjourney is just regenerating the image. It's just keeping the image in high quality and then just generating around the sides. Now this is taking a little while to start, so while that's starting, I just want to go over here and I want to show you something we could do really quick. So we're going to get a few things loaded in the back. Let's take this logo right here. Let's take that prompt and let's go over to pit bulls. And let's imagine a circle logo with a pit bull dog. And let's go there to beagles. Imagine a circle logo with a beagle dog. Let's go here to German shepherds. Imagine a circle logo with a German Shepherd dog. Let's go to Mastiffs, / imagine a German Shepherd with a Mastiff dog. And Pomeranians, imagine a circle logo with a Pomeranian dog. So it allows us to be able to have all that stuff going in the background, right? So we don't need to worry too much about it. So see, this is waiting to start. It's not really going that fast for some reason. I can cancel it. But if anything, you don't want to sit around and just be staring at a screen. So while that's going, it's doing other stuff in the background. So here's some logos for pit bull lovers, just like this. Here's ones for beagles. And you start to see, like, this is where AI is just going to get you better art. These are essentially anybody that owns a beagle or owns a pit bull or a German Shepherd or whatever is going to relate to these things. And these look like professional brands. Okay. Now, another thing that you could do is, and see, these are all loading in the background. So I'm just going to keep showing you. See what I'm saying? These are all really, really clean. They're really simple. There's nothing to it. Let's go to Mastiffs. They're just popping in left and right. Right? And so over here, if you need to, see, now it's working this 62%. So see, instead of us sitting around and being unproductive, we were here doing other stuff in the background, showing how this can work, showing how all this can be done. Okay? So that right there is what I would do is sometimes I'll have as many as 20 categories going all the way down. So like an example is like this right here. You know, famous entrepreneurs. I have this whole entire channel with all these different famous entrepreneurs and stuff like that. And the same thing, you know, look, just Gary Vaynerchuk, you know, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Oprah Winfrey. And you start to see like it creates very, very good images. So just keep in mind, you could have multiple channels doing multiple things. So this one's done here. We've zoomed out 2 times, right? So now what we would do is we choose one of these. It doesn't really matter which one. You're just looking at what's different. All they did was like, look at the top right. There's like a glowing ball there. This one just has lights coming in. There's like a light behind the tree, light behind the tree. Maybe we just want the one on the bottom right. Upscale 4. This bottom right one looked good. And then the upscale works pretty fast. So you don't really need to click off when you're upscaling. And then you can see over here, Pomeranians. There's a little Pomeranian picture. And these are just the simple ones that we did, right? And so let's take this image and let's zoom out again. So doing the double zoom takes it and it just kind of like gives us more room to be able to work with. All right, so that's one of the tricks that you could do. Now, while that's loading, let's do this. Imagine let's say imagine a corgi dog, happy, smiling, tongue out, chasing a frisbee in a park during sunset on the, let's see what happens. Let's see how smart AI is. On the left side of the image with a city skyline on the right side of the image. Okay, and then we'll do AR, let's get a little bit closer this time. Let's do, instead of 3x2, let's do 4x2, just as an example. And here is the zoomed out again, and see now it's zooming out even more. And you can keep zooming out and it's still keeping the quality. And so now you'll notice like on this one, it's got little plants on the bottom left, and this one, it's just got rocks on the bottom left, trail bottom left, a different version of the plants, a more lit trail. So you kind of see they're all slightly different. They're all variations of the same image, but really easy. So then we just grab one, doesn't really matter which one, and we upscale it. And then we're going to see what this one upscaled looks like. Okay, so then we're going to save that one, save that image. And before we go, this one's almost done loading. We'll see real quick. These are all centered though. It didn't put the skyline. AI was not getting it. And some of these are funny, like that frisbee's hitting him in the side of the head. These are all they're not really the greatest. But so if they're not the greatest, let's just try to write it again. So a lot of times you could train it, right? So let's say, imagine a park during sunset with New York City in the background. On the left side is a bench with a corgi dog smiling. On the right side is a group of corgis playing. And let's just see what happens there. AR 4x2. So you can kind of just like, oh, I did something wrong. I did my parameter wrong. Yeah, so hold on. Let me show you what I did wrong. You guys can't really see it. But I put dash dash space AR. It's a simple mistake like that. So watch, imagine dash dash space AR. It needs to be dash dash AR. Dash dash AR space 4x2. And it even shows you dash dash space parameter should be dash dash parameters, right? It just shows you like it should be dash dash word. And so we'll see how well that this does. But while that's loading, let's go back to our page here, and let's see what it looks like with this cover photo. Okay, so let's just try that cover photo and just see what happens. Let's see if it sits nicely or not. It still doesn't really sit nicely. So over here I can reposition it, you know? So it's still centered. You know, that's getting rid of it completely. You know, but I could do something like that. Right? That's a start. That's a start. Let's just see really quick if we can get a little bit better than that. And if not, I don't want to spend much time on it. Let's see how AI did here. This is kind of fun. This feels like a movie. What are these? They look like half bears. They look like corgi bears over here. This is like a corgi out of a Pixar film or a Disney film. So I do really like these. What I might do is, I wonder if, yeah, I like the direction of these. So anyways, what you could do is you could always upscale all of them too. You know, upscale 3, upscale 4. You can just upscale all of them if you wanted to. But let's use one. Now save it. And then as a backup, let's zoom out and just see what it looks like as a zoom out. So now let's go back to our page, and let's see what that looks like. So we're just experimenting, building a page, right? And normally I would just move really, really fast with this kind of stuff, but that's what it would look like. And this one I think looks a little bit better right off the bat. And also you could upscale to a higher quality if you want a higher quality, but Facebook's going to pixelate it anyways. And then as far as add an action button, I would skip that because you don't really need a call to action until you have engagement anyways. So I would skip that. And you've got a page, right? So connect your page to one app, skip, invite friends, skip, page notifications. I don't really care about all this stuff. Done. And we've got a page that we designed with AI graphics. But this is just the start, right? So this is just the start of what you could do. Right now, let's just go, not now. Okay. So I'm now acting as I Love Corgis on Facebook. So now I have a page called I Love Corgis. It's got the profile picture and the cover photo right here, updated their information, and we've got a page, right? Now there's more stuff we can obviously go and do about it, but let's create some content with it, okay? So we've got this page. This one looks nice. So the image looks nice right there. Right, the other one was more of like, so when it gets mobile optimized, it'll kind of like bring it in to like, it'll be more centered like that. This will be centered over the top. So now let's create some content. So let's go for content. Let's go back to Discord. And inside of Discord, we want to go back to the Corgis channel now because the Facebook covers we might use for a bunch of different stuff. And now what we might want to do is we want to create some content. So imagine, and now let's just do, what are some cute things that a corgi can do? In fact, let's do some more audience participation here. What are some cute things that you would like to see a corgi doing in a photo? Somebody think of something cool, and let's use some of these in real time right now. Jumping off a lake dock. Okay. Imagine first we're gonna go beginner, intermediate, then advanced. Okay, a corgi jumping off a lake dock. And let's make our image just default. Okay, let's get a few of these going. Okay, imagine a corgi chasing a volleyball. Imagine a corgi eating an ice cream cone. Okay, there's a few real quick. Now, let's get a little bit more advanced. While those are loading, let's take a couple more ones. Let's do, imagine Okay, what did somebody say here? Running on a beach. Okay. Imagine a futuristic cyber corgi dog running on the beach with a glowing LED dog suit. Let's just start with there. That's like intermediate level, right? So now we're just adding more prompts. Okay, what's another one you guys got? Let's see. Queen Elizabeth. Imagine Queen Elizabeth with a corgi dog on her lap, cinematic, high quality, photorealistic, close up, let's say 8K resolution. Okay, keep it coming. What else you guys got? Let's try to get a little bit more detailed. Okay, imagine two corgi dogs playing tug of war with a rope. Playing tug of war with a rope with people watching in the background, cheering them on inside of a wrestling ring with spotlights and camera crews filming them. So you see, I'm just getting more and more descriptive. Let's keep going. This is content, right? Okay, imagine a group of corgi dogs that are zombie dogs during Halloween, walking down the middle of the street in the style of Stranger Things. And this one will change the aspect ratio, AR 16:9, like a YouTube thumbnail. Okay, so real quick, we can keep doing these, but let's take a look. Let's take a look at some of our designs, right? So first of all, what is this one? A corgi jumping off a lake dock. That's what it gave us. That's a corgi jumping off a lake dock right there. Okay. It's kind of jumping out of the lake onto the dock, which is a little bit weird. We could work on that one. A corgi chasing a volleyball. I mean, kind of looks like a tennis ball. That probably could have been one word. Maybe it would have helped. A corgi eating an ice cream cone. These are cute. Who wouldn't love these? Right? Let's see. A futuristic cyber corgi wearing an LED suit. Queen Elizabeth with a corgi on her lap. Corgis playing tug of war. They didn't really get the tug of war part right, but wow. These are cool though, right? And a group of corgis that are zombie dogs. These don't really look like zombie corgis. Or am I missing something? Oh, right here on the top right. Ha! Oh yeah, they're like cute zombies. And up here on the top right, they're like legit. That's savage. I don't know. Okay, let's do this one. Let's say we have Christmas coming up, right? So what you would do is you would come in and you would do like a Christmas special, like let's say a corgi dog dressed in a cute Santa outfit next to a Christmas tree, playing with let's say one of the lights from the tree, cinematic photo shoot, close up, professional, high quality, 8K. Let's do one by one. So you can go Christmas themed, right? / imagine. And now let's take this same one and let's take it, just copy it. One thing I love doing is I love copying them and just doing a few different styles. So let's say in a cute elf outfit, right? And let's go a corgi dressed in a cute Santa outfit next to a Christmas tree. And And in this one instead, let's change the dimensions. AR 16 by 9. Okay. And on this one, let's do vintage 1920s black and white. Okay. So you can really get like Christmas themed. You know what I'm saying? So the idea is that you can have a page, and if somebody's scrolling through the news feed, they're gonna see these, and if they're a fan of corgis, they're going to at least stop in their tracks. Like if somebody owns a corgi and they're just scrolling through their news feed and they saw something like this, it's going to stop them. You're going to have more work to do than just this, but it's going to stop them in their tracks. And that's just the beginning, right? So the beginning is the images are going to act as scroll stoppers. And that's where you're going to start. And then you're going to be able to, once you've got their attention, you've got to learn to do something with it. A little elf scarf. So see what I'm saying? Like these are so easy to create, and they're just being created in minutes. And you could just find ones that you think are like really cool and be able to have some fun with them. Now, let me show you a couple things that you could do with them. Let's grab one from each one of these real quick. Let's grab that one. Let's say that one. I'm just grabbing a few really quick, sorry. Let's grab that one. Okay. All right, so we just grabbed a bunch. Let's just save a bunch of these. Save image as. Save image as. And save image as soon as this one loads. And save image as. Okay. So we have a few like examples, right? So now we got some Christmas themed stuff. There's a bunch more stuff we can go in here. So now what I'll do is I'll go over and share Canva. Okay. And inside of Canva now, we're going to have some fun with this as well. So we're going to create a new project inside of Canva. And for this one, let's create, like, we could type in like Instagram or something like that. And we'll just do a square, Instagram square. So here's a basic Instagram post. Now, there will be some templates that we can look at and kind of see what we think might look good. Let's see, like that one right there. You know, there's an example. You kind of look, and you can see if there's anything that you like. Just right off the bat, kind of going through, and just imagine where a corgi dog might look good in this. And I'm going to show you a few different things you could do with the images you're creating. There's like a lot of things, actually. There'll be endless amounts of things. So first thing I do is I usually glance at the templates real quick, just to kind of see if there's anything jumping out at me. And if I want to, what I'll do is I'll just add a page and then grab something, click on it, and then go back and then add a page and just keep kind of looking like this, and then add a page, and then let's say this, and then add a page. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you're just looking for just different things that maybe could be used. Add a page. I'm just grabbing random ones right now. There we go. So we're just grabbing a bunch of random images, random templates, right? So now let's go over to upload files, and let's just upload a whole bunch of these corgi related ones. So uploading a whole bunch of stuff in here that we could play with. Okay, so now for this corgi page. So now we're going to take all these templates, whatever, and there's a few things we could do. One is we could just take any one of these images and just drag it over, and it's going to try to find like one of the corners. You got to kind of drag it and see. It could drag in all four of the corners, or it can kind of drag in. Let's see. Let's see what options right there. It could drag in the whole thing. So I just kind of went around and saw what kind of options there were to kind of put things in. So using this existing template right there, I just got that dog right there in the middle of the screen. Okay, do you see? So I got that dog right there in the middle of the screen. So that's just like one cool thing you could do. Now another thing you could do would be, and see it's got all these different effects on the corners. It's got like glows on the corners. That's what this template has. But another thing you could do is we could undo this. Let's see. Undo. Let's grab that and let's delete that image. So another thing that we could do is we can make the background, let's say black. And we can see what that looks like with a black background. Which one we like? This one. We got to figure out where this template is kind of where. There it is, drag it in the bottom center. That's kind of what it looks like in the black template. We can click on it, position, send it to the back. All right, and then now we can kind of click on it and we can change the transparency if we want. That's all black, and then we can kind of make it all bright and kind of darken it. So you can kind of start to see how you can mess with existing stuff. So now you could take like this text, Merry Christmas, right? And now we can take this text right here and kind of move it up to the top, take this line, move it underneath, like that. And you kind of maybe move it a little bit closer, Merry Christmas. So now we've got a Christmas thing, you know. Merry Christmas to all the corgi lovers, okay? Something like that, at, and then whatever your handle is, at corgi lovers online, okay? So now we've got our own like little Christmas post that we just made with AI, and then we could even grab our little icon right here. We can edit the photo, make it transparent. Let's see what it looks like transparent. Okay, and then let's shrink this down. And let's get it even smaller. Right there. And then let's make that a little bit more all the way transparent and kind of glow it in there just a little bit. And just like that, Merry Christmas to all the corgi lovers online. So once we kind of get, is that centered? That's more centered. Okay, once we get one that we like, well, let's call this one Corgi Christmas card. Okay, now we could duplicate it, we could change it. So now let's duplicate it. Let's take off these glows on the corners. Okay, so now we got, I'm just looking to see, that's all the glows. So now we got it a little bit more of just a regular image, full transparent. So now we got a little bit more of a regular image. We can always click on, we can click on the text and stuff like that. So let's click on, you know, let's see what this all looks like. Let's grab this and make it a little bit bigger. Actually, I kind of even like it like that. So let's drag this line down. So let's just see now. Maybe what we'll do is we'll align it to the left, just showing you the options that exist here. Like that. Let's see what happens if we space these a little bit closer. You know, now you got a different option. Merry Christmas. Right? And so then we could take this, put it right there, and kind of get it to where it's like right there. So you could do like that. You could say, I don't even like the line. Merry Christmas. And then if you wanted to change the font from robot font to, you know, we could change it to that font. Make it bigger. And then you could do a lot of stuff. Let's just put it right there. Let's take this one. Instead of Roboto. No. Yeah, let's do this one. So there's the center. Let's grab this one. Okay, so we're starting to get a little bit of a Christmas card going. Now on this one right here, we might go, okay, let's go to effects. It's got a lift on it. What happens if we put a shadow? And let's make the shadow black. Kind of stands out a little bit more. Let's make it full. Offset, maybe like that. We could also see what it looks like with another color, red. You know, you could kind of mess with it and kind of give it some Christmassy style colors. So this is kind of what you would do right here. You would just kind of like, you can take an existing template. It's just a random one. Okay, make this a little bit smaller. Let's put these more centered. And let's take this one here and let's make that one a little bit more transparent. Oh, sorry, that one's the wrong one. Let's move this one just to get it out the way. Let's move this one up. Let's take this one and make this one a little bit more transparent. There's our little brand. And then let's take this, make it the full width. And then let's add a similar effect. Let's give it a shadow. Let's make the shadow red. and something like that. I'm not saying this is the best card. I'm just showing you how with a little bit of AI, just like that, Corgi Christmas card. Right, so now let's share, let's download PNG. Let's download page 7, which is the page that we're on. Okay, now let's go back to our dog lovers page. Oops, sorry, my bad. I went to Discord. Let's go back to our dog lovers page. All right, so here we are. And now we can go into photo video, add photo, Corgi Christmas card. There it is. And then I would just say, Merry Christmas to all the Corgi lovers. If you are celebrating Christmas this year with a Corgi in your household, with a Corgi in your family, show some love below. And then you can tag at I love Corgis. Boom. Let's make this, let's just leave it like this. So we got the post, we got everything, and let's post it. And now we're using AI to be able to create content, right? Now, of course, we could go further and these could be scheduled out. But just like this, we now have content, right? We've got we got our branding over here, slight little branding. Merry Christmas, we got our little card, right? There it is. That right there is our post. So this is an example of how you would be able to create content using AI, all original, really easily. And if we go back to Canva, then you'll see that was just the random template that I just clicked on real quick, right? So now you could take this template, same kind of thing. You could just drag in an image and see how it looks, okay? So you drag in an image like this, right? And you can start playing with stuff, so you can get the position of this. Let's bring that to the front. Okay, so it's got like this little border. Let's make it a little bit more visible, let's say. And you can grab the text, position, bring it to the front. And let's grab that text and let's maybe center it. And just looking at what these templates can do, this is just the default stuff without even trying too hard. Okay, so just like that, you have room now for some type of the sea soothes my soul, all right? So let's try Corgis soothe my soul, just like that, boom. And then you can kind of find the right place for it, boom. And then what you might do is you might duplicate and then just see what it looks like with a different font. You just play around. That one looked good, but I think it would need maybe caps. And then maybe something like that. Corgi soothe my soul. No, I didn't really care for that one. But yeah, you keep going through and you just find, something simple. Kind of look at the different fonts until you find one that you think would look really, really good. You're just kind of going through, Just going through and just kind of quickly finding, what was that one? This one has got potential. So let's try this one again. Let's go. See what one. Soothe. Something like that. So you kind of could just mess with it, but look at how easy. Just finding existing templates really makes it a little bit easier because there's already some type of graphic overlays that you can play with. But just like this, a little post like this, you might be thinking, okay, well, hold on, where's the call to action or where's this and that? But it's people are so much more simplistic than that. You know what I'm saying? It's so much more simplistic. And so also you could do things you can go to elements and let's type in the word like. And you could even grab like a thumb, let's say, and make it like a gray thumb, like that, you know, and just like put it down here. There's your call to action. Like, just like that. I'm not kidding, like this stuff works. Corgi soothed my soul. Or what if we do this? Let's grab this, let's duplicate this, and let's left align it, and let's make it smaller, and let's put it over here. Let's put this here, let's say right there, and let's put that right there. Like if you agree, and then just kind of figure out like where you want this thing positioned for the, you know, where do you want it positioned? You know, you can kind of mess with it. Let's just make this a little bit smaller. Like if you agree, and kind of figure out like where do you like that, or something like that. There you go. Corgis soothed my soul. Like if you agree. Something this simple, I promise you. And then you would just title it, Corgis soothe my soul, like that. And then you would go to share, download, PNG, all pages, uncheck. Let's do page 6. Download, download. Save. And now let's go back to Facebook. And let's make another post. Add photos. Corgis soothed my soul. Aw. Who agrees with this? And then emoji. Let's give the heart eyes. And then let's give, they don't have a little corgi one, I don't think. But you could probably find like a little, that's kind of a corgi. Who agrees with this? And that's it. And you might be thinking, Chris, where's the call to action? How does this have to do with business? But it's like, what you don't realize is that completely faceless AI generated channels that could be taught to a 12-year-old, right? Could be taught to a 9-year-old to be able to create. This stuff is creatable in minutes using AI. And the reality is that you can create logos this way, you can create channels this way. And why would you do a call to action when you have zero likes and 0 comments? It doesn't make any sense. First, create the party. Make this page a place where people want to come and they want to party, they want to hang out. First, build your audience of corgi lovers. Then once you get the audience of corgi lovers, then figure out a way to monetize, right? That's the idea, is you're building, this kind of stuff works. This kind of stuff will get you there. You just have to think through that process, right? Corgi soothed my soul. Merry Christmas to all the corgi lovers. And that's what I'm saying, is that using a combination, making logos, using a combination of everything is really, really easy. I'll do one more real quick just to kind of, not another post, but I'll show you really quick just inside of Canva. So another thing you could do here, let's create a new one, and let's go logo, and we'll go 500 by 500 with a logo, just a basic logo. And you could also like look through all these example logo templates that are in here, right? So you can kind of look through. In fact, we could search a whole bunch. They're just showing me some right here. So let's just grab this one and let's add a page. Let's kind of see what other ones it's giving right here. Okay, let's grab this one. And then let's go here to, it says search logo templates. Let's do dog. Okay, let's grab this one. Let's grab this one. Let's grab this one, right? You kind of get the idea here, is that they have just like, let's grab this one. So new page, grab that one, add a new page. Let's grab this one. So essentially what's happening is we got all these potential logos just in seconds, right? So then we get to start messing with these, right? So let's go corgi lovers. Okay, there's a logo right there. Let's go corgi lovers. There's one right there. Come back and fix that one. Corgi lovers at Corgi lovers online. Let's go Corgi lovers online, and then let's make that a little bit smaller real quick. Okay, there's a logo right there. Corgi lovers, and we could always make this all the way to the left, all the way to the right. Corgi lovers, whatever your URL is. Just kind of showing these really quick. Same thing. See what I'm doing here? And you could always just do this. And this just really just takes seconds. And you could just make this a little bit smaller each time. Something like that. So these templates work really, really well. So these templates work really well, right? And then what you would do is whatever your image is, like let's say this is your image right here. So you're going to upload your image, and we're going to go ahead and edit and make it transparent. So there's our transparent image, and kind of put it over that dog, and maybe figure out what the right size for it is, kind of where it looks good. I think like somewhere like probably like that. And then what we'll do is we'll send it to the back, and we'll just delete this one. So now we've kind of got a theme that we're working with here, right? So we can kind of start to see what we look like. Let's copy this, and let's just paste, and let's make each one of these really quick. Just takes seconds. And in this one, let's see what it looks like inside the circle. Oh, this is bigger than the circle. Yeah, I think it looked better just as the full circle itself. Okay, this one. Okay, so just like that, we have a whole bunch of different logos that we just designed. And again, this is just using one icon. What I could have done is what I would have done, not even could have, what I would have done is I would have created I would have downloaded probably like 5, 6 of these, downloaded them in, all kinds of stuff. And I'm even telling you, like, look, I used to do this stuff all the time for like agencies, being able to give logos and stuff like that. I'm telling you, like, even right now, just using AI, like you could charge $500 a logo all day long just doing this stuff, right? And so then the last thing, once you get, as long as you have like a decent eye for design, but the last thing is like after you get it all, let's do one more here. Corgi lovers at Corgi lovers online. So there's the brand business, right? So now you got a bunch of different logo styles. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to go into each one and kind of clean them up a little bit, right? So for example, when you click on this, you can click on color, and it'll bring in the colors of the photo. So you can go around and you can see what that looks like, see what that looks like. You know, you could start to see the different colors that are involved, okay? And then you can go here, same thing, photo colors. You know, you can kind of see the different colors that are there, right? So another thing you could do is you could go with the background here, you know, start to make it stand out a little bit. And then you can go here, add an effect. Let's give it a shadow. Let's make the shadow black. Transparency, just like that. Let's do the same thing here. Effects, shadow, black, transparency up. And just like that, you're starting to see. And then you can go here, and now it's a dark background. Maybe we'll choose this lighter one. So there you go. You could start to really quickly see that it's got a theme. And you could always select it all. You could always drag and select it all and make it bigger. And see if you wanted it just maybe a little bit bigger and centered. But this is how, this is not hard. And then you just go Corgi logo 1, and then Corgi logo 2, Corgi logo 3. And you can start to figure out, like, okay, what do I want these things to look like? And you can mess around with just the different the different ones that are there, right? So you got logo design, you got image design, you got all this kind of stuff. And then also t-shirt design. So another thing is, once you actually, let's say that this was a t-shirt design, right? So let's say you really loved the way this looked and you wanted this icon on a t-shirt, okay? So there's a few different ways to do it, but you go here, let's say we just wanted no text for now. We just wanted this thing, right? So let's go full, okay, just like this. But let's take this background and let's make this background just white or whatever, okay? So this right here, this image of this corgi, let's say that we wanted this like on a hat or we wanted it on something like that. You're gonna go share, download, PNG, transparent background, choose which one you want, download. So now we got this thing with a transparent, so we're gonna call it transparent corgi hat or whatever it might be, right? And then from there, there's a few different options of what you can do. Like for example, let's go to Google. Let's say Las Vegas custom shirts, okay? So I could start, first thing I could do is I could start looking at companies. Like let's go to this one. So here's a company right here, okay? Home of the $27 shirt made in 20 minutes. So first things first, before I worry about like anything, is I'll just find a local company that could just put something on a t-shirt. And first thing I'll do is I'll just order something for myself. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'll just go in here and I'll just order something for myself and put it on a shirt, put it on a mug, put it somewhere. But then after you do this, then what you'll do is you'll go find like different sites out there. You could try print on demand sites, catalog. I'll do this in another training because it's too late right now. But essentially, you would just choose whatever you want. So you'd go and could have like a color changing mug, add your design to something. And what you do is you just upload your design and they're gonna build you a page. You can basically have like the title here, whatever, Christmas gift, to have like the corgi that turns into a thing. And look, when it gets hot, your picture goes there. And you can put stuff around it. So you can do this kind of stuff with AI. You can basically create these kind of graphics. Another company for this would be like, we used to use this company all the time, Teespring. Teespring's another one, just as an example. Go and upload all these graphics to bags, backpacks, hats. It's just really easy. Just upload a graphic to a hat and be able to do it. So another one would be like Printful. Printful, just like this, you can customize your own backpack, shirts, da da da. So what I like to do is I like to go to a local company first just to see what it looks like, and then after I kind of like have something I kind of see, I can go to a company like this and I can create any one of these right here with AI art on them. And it's more than that. You can also create AI art that's like all over art. There's just so much you could do. You could do like designs that cover the whole entire hoodie. So all you do is you go through and you choose what type of hoodie you want. You're like, okay, I want this one right here. And then you just upload your graphic to the back. You could upload your stuff to the sides. You could upload stuff to back pockets. Like everything on these outfits is fully customizable. And then once you get it, they provide you, all of these sites will provide you with like a page to be able to sell it. And they all integrate with other companies too. So even if you're using like Shopify or something. So the idea is once you get good at AI art, you can design AI art for everything, whether it's just creating Facebook pages, social media content, whether it's print on demand, whether you're doing it for agency, logos, any of that kind of stuff. It's all possible with AI.
the vision and let the hate disappear. This is the resistance. Our team is always prepared. We've been looking for soldiers that we could train for careers. Just enlist like a business, this is a family affair. Them haters better beware, we bringin' warfare. This is the resistance.
Cover the entrance, here is the mission, it's time to get vengeance. Off in the distance, it's an invasion. Armies and armies and armies of haters. Trust your senses, stick by the fences. Blue team, divvy up your weapons. Red team, get ready for defenses. Black team, go, gotta syndicate
This
systems.
is the moment the entrepreneurs, we doing it. Give me the ball and I'm pushing it, moving it. Working on systems, hacking defenses, building up funnels and launching offenses. What are they using? Tracking the blue team, color correcting like it was a movie. Pitch black, wait, what's that? Fix that, fall back, gotta pull back in a hurry.
Don't worry about it, fam. Lighting a flame and I'm throwing the can. Listen up, team, it's all part of the plan. Now the enemies look like Burning Man. Gotta get back. You don't wanna get burned by fire this rap. Gotta get the bag. Feeling so fresh, feeling so swag.
Time to attack, my enemies backing up. Look for the target, I'm gonna go smack them up. Shoot for the marker, snuck in the back of them. Sinking my teeth so deep like Dracula. Now they asleep and I'm creeping up after them. Look for the base, I'm quick when I'm tagging them. They wanna battle, then bring it. I'm breathing my fire and leaving them burnt like a dragon.
Resistance. This is the resistance. This is the resistance. This is the resistance. Somewhere out there, we know them haters gearing up, but we not scared. They try to fill us with fear, we can't let them interfere. We gotta stick to the vision and let the hate disappear. This is the resistance. Our team is always prepared. We've been looking for soldiers that we could train for careers. Just enlist like a business, this is a family affair. Them haters better beware, we bringin' warfare. This is the resistance.
In an instant, a couple of haters persistent. Got it twisted, they tangled my cords. I'm hoping that I could go fix this. Back on track with a fresh new backpack. Here we go again, gotta hit him with the black hat. Get them delisted, a couple of minutes and look down their pages. I come from existence.
Chris quick, they hacking our systems. Look at the way they attacking our business. This is a virus planted inside Adobe when I was rendering files. Oh my, it's coming alive, sabotaging my hard drive. On a Macintosh, everything is lost and they camouflage in my archives.
That's alright, let's bring the fight. You got a feast tonight, I got an appetite. Yeah, haters hate, love to debate, but I really don't care what they have to say. I'm feeling myself in a major way. Been spitting the game with swag for days. It's time to pay, it stops today. Let's serve up a cup of this Gatorade.
Like a razor blade, I'm a slice to hate. I'm not nice today, they got a price to pay. Gonna face the fate, I'm gonna basically take them and make them all wish that they never complain. I'ma break them and take them and get them restrained. No mistake when I pull up and focus my aim. Here's the resistance, finish the mission. This is for victory,
This
legend
is
and
the
fame.
resistance. This is the resistance. This is the resistance. This is the resistance. Somewhere out there, we know them haters gearing up, but we not scared. They try to fill us with fear, we can't let them interfere. We gotta stick to the vision and let the hate disappear. This is the resistance. Our team is always prepared. We've been looking for soldiers that we could train for careers. Just enlist like a business, this is a family affair. Them haters better beware, we bringin' warfare. This is the resistance.